The year is 1519. A Spanish galleon, sails billowing in the Gulf of Mexico breeze, approaches the eastern shores of a land unknown to most Europeans. This is the beginning of the end for one of the most powerful empires in Mesoamerica, the Aztec Empire. Within just 2 years, its magnificent capital, Tenochtitlan, would lie in ruins, its emperor dead, its people subjugated. How could such a mighty civilization, a society that boasted advanced engineering, intricate social structures, and a formidable military, fall so swiftly? The answer, as always in history, is complex, a tapestry woven with threads of disease, conquest, and cultural clash. The Aztec Empire, or more accurately, the Triple Alliance, was a relatively recent power, having risen to prominence in the 15th century. Composed of the city-states of Tenochtitlan, Texcoco, and Tlacopan, it controlled a vast territory stretching across central Mexico. Tenochtitlan, built on an island in Lake Texcoco, was a marvel of urban planning. A network of canals, causeways, and towering pyramids, the heart of a thriving economy fueled by tribute from conquered peoples. But this dominance came at a price. The Aztecs demanded heavy tributes, goods, resources, and even people for sacrifice, creating resentment and unrest among the subjugated tribes. Enter Hernán Cortés, a Spanish conquistador driven by dreams of gold and glory. He landed on the coast of Veracruz with a small force of about 500 soldiers, armed with steel weapons, horses, and, unknowingly, a far more deadly weapon: disease. The indigenous populations of the Americas had no immunity to European diseases like smallpox, measles, and influenza. These diseases spread rapidly, decimating populations even before the conquistadors reached them. Cortés quickly realized the simmering discontent within the Aztec Empire. He forged alliances with tribes like the Tlaxcalans, bitter enemies of the Aztecs, who saw the Spanish as a means of overthrowing their oppressors. This alliance would prove crucial to Cortés's success. The Tlaxcalans provided him with thousands of warriors, supplies, and invaluable knowledge of the terrain and Aztec customs. The march towards Tenochtitlan was fraught with peril. Battles were fought, alliances were tested, and Cortés's ruthlessness became evident. He famously ordered the burning of his ships to prevent any retreat, signaling his unwavering commitment to conquest. As Cortés advanced, news of his arrival reached the Aztec capital. Emperor Moctezuma II, a complex and enigmatic figure, was unsure how to respond. Some accounts portray him as indecisive and fearful, others as attempting to appease the Spanish with gifts, hoping to avoid conflict. Whatever his motivations, his hesitation proved fatal. Cortés and his men were allowed to enter Tenochtitlan in November 1519. They were initially greeted with hospitality, housed in the palace of Axayacatl. However, Cortés, wary of Aztec power and intentions, soon seized Moctezuma as a hostage, effectively ruling through him. This act of betrayal sparked outrage among the Aztec people. Tensions escalated rapidly, culminating in the massacre at the Great Temple during the Festival of Toxcatl. While Cortés was away, his lieutenant, Pedro de Alvarado, ordered the slaughter of hundreds of unarmed Aztec nobles. This event ignited a full-scale rebellion. The Spanish and their allies were besieged in the palace. Moctezuma, attempting to quell the uprising, was killed, either by his own people or by the Spanish. The exact circumstances of his death remain a mystery. With the city in chaos, Cortés decided to flee Tenochtitlan. The retreat, known as La Noche Triste, the Night of Sorrows, was a disaster. The Spanish and their allies were ambushed as they attempted to escape across the causeways. losing hundreds of lives and vast amounts of treasure. Despite this setback, Cortés refused to give up. He regrouped, reinforced his army, and laid siege to Tenochtitlan. The siege lasted for months. The Aztecs, weakened by disease and lack of food and water, fought bravely but were ultimately overwhelmed. In August 1521, Tenochtitlan fell, the city was razed, and the Aztec Empire was officially extinguished. Cuauhtémoc, the last Aztec emperor, was captured and later executed. The fall of the Aztec Empire marked a turning point in the history of the Americas. It ushered in a new era of Spanish colonization, transforming the region politically, culturally, and demographically. The story of the Aztecs serves as a poignant reminder of the fragility of empires and the devastating consequences of conquest, disease, and cultural clashes. It echoes similar collapses throughout history, from the fall of the Roman Empire to the decline of the Inca civilization, demonstrating the cyclical nature of power and the enduring human cost of ambition. The ruins of Tenochtitlan, now buried beneath the modern metropolis of Mexico City, stand as a silent testament to a once great civilization lost to the tides of history.